Try this again. Hey guys, happy Thursday, all day.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hey, it worked. Yay, we're on. We're live.
Jennifer, take us out.
Sure. Yeah, we could definitely get started since we're just jumping on a couple minutes late after just a little bit of technical trouble as usual, because, you know, it is Facebook and everything else, but we love you, Facebook. Anyway, so welcome. This is S+Marketing Live. Ask Us Anything. It is basically, we're here to answer your toughest, hottest burning marketing questions and your sales questions. But what is S+Marketing? Well, S+Marketing is marketing based on the ultimate human technology, which is stories. A beautiful combination of sales, marketing, and stories matched with inbound and growth marketing methodologies. Now, we are here from Story Collaborative. Story Collaborative is a digital marketing consultancy. We specialize in growth marketing through, of course, the power of inbound. So we're going to start our introductions here, and then we'll kind of introduce what today's topic and today's event is all about. So I am Jennifer. I am the web marketing strategist here at Story. And why don't you introduce yourself, Dave?
Well, good afternoon, and it's happy Thursday. And you're probably right now, you're in your PJs, I'll bet. Maybe you put on a nice shirt in case someone saw you on video, but you know, it's all pajama bottoms and slippers from here on out. I'm Dave Mills. I am the Chief Growth Officer here at Story Collaborative, and we've got some exciting things happening today. So stay tuned as you hear from the rest of our team.
And Amy.
Hey everyone, Amy Alexander here. So I am the creative director here. I like to say that I'm a bit of a brand Nazi. I'm just really jealous for our client brands and your brand. If you're joining us today, I'm totally jealous for your brand, wanting to make sure it's unified. I always give the disclaimer that I have two adorable 15-month-old twins in the other room during our lives. So you might hear them chatting. They get excited about their lunch. But anyway, we're excited to be here today. How about you, Chad? I think he's trying to.
I couldn't unmute. What is up with that? Technical difficulties up the wazoo. I also have two adorable 15-month-old children in the other room because my lovely wife is Amy Alexander. But I am Chad Alexander, and I am the video strategist with Story Collaborative. And what that means is I help you figure out this strategy for your videos and wherever you deploy them. And it's really fun. I grew up loving videography. I used to film stuff on VHS, and hey, now that we have the digital age, it's even easier for people with even just a cell phone to make their own videos. So go out there and make cool videos, especially if you're on this social distancing.
Yes, social distancing, something we're going to talk about today a little bit. So I want to give a moment for everyone to start a watch party. And how do you start a watch party? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to actually click on the video itself. Once you're clicked on the video, you will see a share button. The share button is on desktop, your laptop. It's also going to be on any kind of phone that you have from the Facebook app. So you want to go ahead and click the share button, and it'll give you the option to start a watch party. So if you would do that for us, that would be fantastic. We'd be very grateful to you. I think we have some really good information to share today, and hoping a lot of people will be able to hear it. So let's go ahead, and we have a pretty big actually announcement today. And I wanted to call on Dave to make that announcement for us.
Okay, today's the day. We have been working really hard. And so here's the motto that you need to keep in mind. We need to use the downtime to get ready for the go time. And some of us are doing things at home. We're caring for kids that we don't normally care for. And this is a great time to put your brain in gear and to get ready for what's next, the new normal that will be coming. So what we've developed is called the Story Team Academy. And this is a series of trainings that you cannot get anywhere else that are totally unique and interesting. If you want to look right now, you can reach the Story Team Academy at bit.ly/Story Team Academy. I'm sure someone will throw that in the Facebook chat. It's bit.ly/Story Team Academy. And we're going to talk today about kind of how we came up with the contents of this academy. This is not your basic how to post on Facebook and how to do basic stuff. This is really about how can you grow your organization? How can you reach more people? How can you own your own brand and build your own expertise? We believe in your brand. We believe in your organization, and we believe that you need to own that brand. And you're the experts in your industry. We want to help you to find your voice, capture your brand story, and rock and roll. So that's a little bit the intro. We have some special prizes today. And if you stay tuned, we're going to actually give away some coupons and things like that. So check out bit.ly/Story Team Academy.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, so we're very excited today to be launching our academy. We've been working really hard on some incredible content, some really well done content, and in my opinion, some business changing, organization changing content, game changer. So thank you for that, Dave. And I would also like to ask Chad to go ahead and introduce our sponsor today.
Okay. Today's sponsor is remote controls. So without remote controls during this crisis, we would have to get off our tukuses and go change the channel. So thank you, remote controls.
Awesome. And today's episode number 9 of S+ Marketing Live, is brought to you by Jeopardy. We are going to be playing a game of Jeopardy today. So, and also the winner of Jeopardy today will be winning one of our classes. So congratulations in advance. The way this works is that Mr. Chad will be giving you the category and the answer to the question. And as you know, in Jeopardy, your job is to come up with the question, which is the answer. It's a little backwards, but that's how Jeopardy works. So he will pose the answer. You will put the question in our feed, and the winner obviously will take the cake today. So Chad, would you like to start with our first Jeopardy?
Actually, I am Alex Trebek, and welcome all contestants to Jeopardy. We are going to go over our categories, and I will start with each category in sequence since you guys can't choose the categories. I want to remind all of our contestants that no tomfoolery, shenanigans, or any Sean Connery of any kind will be tolerated during this broadcast. Now, let's go to the board. First up, we have social distancing. Second category is my kids are driving me crazy at home. Then next is the toilet paper standard. And then finally, locked in Walmart with friends. So let's start off with social distancing for 200. Alex Trebek, the Frozen 2 soundtrack, and all of history have this in common. Fingers on buzzards. And I need to go to our judges and see if we got any right answers.
Give us the answer one more time, and then we might need to give a little space in between to get answers.
200 for social distancing for 200. Alex Trebek, that's me, the Frozen 2 soundtrack, and all of history have this in common.
Cool. So that question is also, the answer is in our feed if you want to try and answer with a question. So while we are doing that, we're going to go ahead and also start with some of our content today. So normally we would do a chef's choice question and then open it up for questions. But today we're going to do things a little bit differently because we are launching our academy today. So today is all about the courses in our academy, and we're going to kind of go through a few of those, and you will have a chance to ask questions while we're talking. So go ahead anytime. You are more than welcome to start asking questions right now. So we are going to start with one of our first courses, and this course actually was developed by Dave. So Dave, I'm going to ask you to talk about your class, and then we might have some follow-up questions for you. So the class is called Adapting in the Midst of a Crisis. Dave, would you like to discuss it?
Absolutely, Jennifer. So we developed this course as a way of helping, and I call them courses, not classes. Courses are kind of collegiate. Classes are for elementary school, and these are extremely advanced. So we're going to talk about in this course 7 keys to communicate while you get ready to bounce back. So there's a lot going on with everyone beyond our own personal lives. If you have an organization you're a part of, or a business you work for, or a business you own, things are changing dramatically. So the way you communicate during this crisis is critical. It does set you up for your bounce back. And so we've given you 7 keys to help you interact with people in the most effective way. And we'll cover things like what does clear communication look like, understanding consumer patterns in advance, how flattening the disease curve is flattening your sales curve and what to do about it. And then some things about brand story. So this is a great class, and the price for this class is an amazingly low, free. So this is a class you can take for free, and I hope you do take it. If you don't take it and it's free, I'm going to be really offended. So hopefully someone will take my free class, my free course, and get some benefit out of it. This is based upon some pretty significant research and tracking of what's happening with businesses. So that's it for now.
Cool. Thank you very much. And I would like to know, Dave, for your course, what was the driving factor that led you to want to develop this specific course?
So this course is designed to answer the question, what do I do now? There's so much facing us. We're having to make internal modifications and adaptations, and working with staff and people in different ways. So what do we do? How do we communicate effectively? And I will tell you that the things we're talking about in this course are being borne out by lots of other experts in the field. So I encourage you to take it. It will help you to kind of put your hair not on fire as you look at what to do next.
Great. And if there was one core thing that you wanted people to know about this course, a very important message, would you want to share a little bit about that with us now?
Sure. So what's important about the course is that, we've been saying this a lot in all of our kind of communication channels. What you do right now as an organization matters. And the way you communicate with your customers and your community matter to a large degree. So that's the main things that I think you need to take away from the course.
Awesome. Amy or Chad, do you have any questions for Dave about his course?
Again,
Okay.
I would ask that you refer to me as Alex Trebek. And no, I do not have any questions.
Sorry about that, Alex. And again, we do have a Jeopardy question that you have the opportunity to answer, and you would answer in the form of a question. So the answer is Alex Trebek, the Frozen 2 soundtrack, and all of history have this in common. We will give you a couple more minutes before we give you the answer, and we might need to go with an easier question. So the next one we have is, it's called How to Build a Buyer Persona, and it was developed by Amy. And Amy, I would love for you to talk about your course.
Absolutely. How to build a buyer persona. So the first video actually goes through what is a buyer persona and why is that important. But I think it's also worth talking about now. So a bit of the free course would be, a buyer persona is essentially the very center of your target. It's a fictional character that you develop, and usually you're going to develop up to 3 of those. And you're going to use that to really target your marketing and focus and make sure you're talking to the right person. What I love about buyer personas is that you get to create really these people. They have like dogs and kids and neighborhoods and nicknames and hobbies and all this stuff. So it's a great way for your team to become attached really, and to help to develop that relationship with your ideal customer. The reason that we decided to develop this course was simply that It's something so many of our clients go through. It's part of our onboarding process. It's part of our brand story building process. We have a free template you can download at any time, which has like the template for building that, but it can be really helpful to walk through that and talk about how do you fill that out properly? What do you need to be thinking about? What are your goals? All that stuff. So it's a really inexpensive course at $49. And hopefully it'll be really helpful.
I got a question for Amy, Jennifer. Hey, Amy, so here I am, I'm waiting for things to change. My business is slowed down to a trickle or something. Why do I work on a persona? What's the value of that?
That's a great question. So this, I mean, as we all know, this is a great time if you have employees that are at home and they really can't be doing telework so much, but you decided that you can pay them for their time off and you have them sitting around. This is a really, really good time to do some internal work on your business. And so why a persona? Well, how is it that your team is supposed to write to the right person and develop marketing messaging to the right person and choose imagery for the right person? How are you supposed to really do any sales or marketing activity if you have some misaligned, disparate ideas about who your key buyer is? And so a buyer persona really encourages you to look at your goals, think through who are the buyers that are providing a foundation of cash flow for our business. Who are the buyers that we haven't tapped into, but we can see that they would actually create a ton of growth for our company? And you can think about who they are, where they live, how they think, and therefore how you can properly reach them. And more importantly, how you can solve their problems or help them reach their goals. It's just a really crucial foundational part of good marketing.
Thanks, Amy. And at this time, I would like to actually hand it over to Chad to talk about a course that he has coming out as well. Chad's course is called How to Make Your Own Video Library. Chad, would you like to talk about your course?
Okay, are we referring to Chad or Alex Trebek? Chad? Okay, all right, enough of that. So my course is how to build your own video library. And if you're thinking, well, why would I need my own video library? It's essentially a repository where you can grab video if you need to kind of product demo, if you need to talk about your culture, if you need to show a slick teaser on, hey, this is what we provide, then building a video library is the way to go. Now, this is basically you sit down and you think of all the different videos you can create, and then you go film them. And you know, I give some recommendations on how to do that, whether or not you're going to do it yourself or if you're going to go with stock photography. And then I call it our 11 herbs and spices recipe for a great video library. And it's all framed up in cooking because oftentimes making video is a lot like cooking, and you have to have good ingredients and good preparation, and then you have to execute it well in the edit room. So yeah, look forward to that. It should be out next week. I'm currently editing it, so I'm excited to release it into the wild.
Awesome. Amy or Dave, do you have any questions for Chad about his video?
No, but I thought it would be a great time to tell folks, if you're watching today, because you are a part of our very special launch day audience, we have a couple of really cool things for you. One is you can get 50% off of any of the courses that we have only between now and the 31st. If you use the code, write it down, StoryTeam50, StoryTeam50. That's a code for 50% off of any of these courses. So we'd love for you to try them out and give us feedback. We also have another special thing we're doing today. We would love for you to get one of our Story Collaborative stickers. And you could put this, you know, on your forehead. You could put it on your briefcase. You could put it on your laptop. I think Amy may have that as a demo. So maybe she could show us what that looks like. She's trying to get her act together to show you that.
Hold on a moment.
Okay, you can get your Story Team sticker. We will mail it to you because you were on this launch party today. If you go to bit.ly/story sticker, bit.ly/story sticker. And that's a way for you to get a free sticker, and just fill out the form. We'll mail it to you. Amy, you got one to show us?
Yeah, I totally do. I totally do. So here's the sticker. Unfortunately, the physical version is on my laptop, which is in a totally different room. I'm not going to grab it, but here's what the stickers look like. They're, you know, so big, and I have one on my laptop right now on my iPad. They're fun. They're just fun. Here it is. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't sharing. There you go.
That's really awesome, Amy. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Amy. So we're going to go ahead and try and answer our Jeopardy question here. So I will tell you, remind you what the Jeopardy question is, and then we're gonna also give you the question as the answer. So for 200 points, Alex Trebek, the Frozen 2 soundtrack, and all of history have this in common. And Chad, do you have the answer to that?
Yes. What are some things never change? That is the answer. So let's go ahead. We're going to continue in social distancing for 400. This popular TV game show is being shut down for the first time in history due to COVID-19, the coronavirus. Once again, that's for 400. This popular TV game show is being shut down for the first time in history due to COVID-19, the coronavirus. Hands on buzzers, please.
That's right. So the first person to answer the question gets the points, and the winner of the day gets a free course. So let's go ahead and talk about the next course. This course is actually mine, and I'm really excited about it. Mine is in, you know, I'm the one on video. So the course is called Changing Your Customer Experience During and After COVID-19. So my course is really, what it's really about is looking at the customer as the center of everything, right? It's really not about your company. It's not about your products and services. It is all about your customer. So how can you take your customer's micro journey that they're going through right now during COVID, during the crisis, and how can you kind of adapt and shift and create a micro strategy to address what they're going through? There's a lot of things that you can do right now. And in all honesty, it's pretty simple. So if you check out the course, you'll kind of get an idea of how that works and how you can create your little micro journey strategy for your customer experience. So that's what my class is. Does anyone have a question?
Yeah, what kind of experiences do you cover? Do you cover just what's on the website, or do you kind of cover the overarching marketing process?
Good question. So we're going to be looking at kind of how you would address that customer's needs before this all happened. And then we take a look at how do you change and alter that for the current situation. And we also talk about how can we address their needs coming up in the future, and what should we start thinking about now for a bounce back strategy. So, and of course, as for all of our courses, they play off of each other. So to have, for example, the persona class course that Amy has developed in combination with this course is more ideal. So you have a better picture of how everything works. But hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so let's go ahead and have we gotten any answers for our Jeopardy question, guys?
Just a few from the hecklers in the crowd. CBS News was one of them.
So again, what was the Jeopardy answer, and what were the proposed questions?
Yes. So social distancing for 400. This popular TV game show is being shut down for the first time in history due to COVID-19, the coronavirus.
And Amy, what were our proposed questions to that?
Let's see, we have what is Miami Vice? What is CBS News? No is the answer. It's not those. But you guys are funny.
Hilarious. So the correct answer to this is Alex?
What is
What? The correct answer is, what is Jeopardy?
What is
Sometimes, as Alex Trebek, even I have trouble hitting the unmute button. Wow,
Very
I've never seen such an enthusiastic crowd since I got Burt Reynolds on Jeopardy.
Excellent. Cool. So we did get a question about whether or not you could watch this video later. And yes, of course, this video is available on Facebook permanently unless we delete it. And we will also make this recording, hint, hint, make sure someone recording is recording this, make this available on our website as well. So let's go ahead and go to the next course. And this one was also developed by Dave. Dave, tell us about building a strategic marketing plan.
Sure thing, Jennifer. So actually, I want to jump to a different course. Besides this one, we're going to run out of time before we cover them all. There is a strategic marketing plan course for schools. There's a strategic marketing plan course for others. But the one I want to talk about just for a minute is how to launch your story team. So we call this the Story Team Academy. So here's the idea behind this story team. We believe that you need to own your own brand story. And that means that while you might use some freelancers or folks on the outside, it's really important that your brand story is something that you are nurturing, that you are managing, that you are capturing. And that can only be done by using a team approach. We think that you need to have a large group of stakeholders inside your organization from all different levels that are the owners of your brand story. In fact, we're convinced that that's probably the only way that you can actually generate an authentic brand story. An authentic brand story can't come from the outside. It has to be captured by people that have client contact. So this class allows you to begin the process of understanding what a story team is and how you can capture, how you can build one and launch one. This sets you up to have an authentic brand story, one that is much more powerful and one that will take you through even a crisis like the one we're in into the new normal. And so I would just highly encourage you to check out that course. And once again, if you use the code StoryTeam50 between now and the 31st, you'll get 50% off of that. You can see these courses at bit.ly/StoryTeamAcademy.
Great, thank you, Dave. And we'll go ahead and do a couple more things. We're going to run out of time here soon, but we're going to tell you what the rest of the courses are, and we're also going to ask you one more Jeopardy question. So Alex Trebek, take it away.
Okay, since our viewership is mostly people who can't think with their brains, I think we're going to go on to a nice, easier question, because everyone's been in isolation for so long that their brain is rotting. So this is our final Jeopardy question. This color has only the name red in it. Hands on buzzers. This color has only the name red in it. Don't everybody buzz in at once.
So if you don't get this, you guys must just really not want free stuff. So, all right. So we have a couple more courses to talk about really quickly. And actually, Amy has developed a course for photos. So Amy, you want to mention that real quick?
Absolutely. One of the big parts of my job is to help walk people through doing their own branded photo shoots. A branded photo shoot is when you get custom photography developed for your product or for your intangible product. So it can be all about a lifestyle that you're presenting. It can be about the facilities you offer, or it can be about a physical product. And so our course is really pretty comprehensive. It goes through the conceptualizing, how to be a creative director, how to find a photographer, and how to talk to them properly with respect, but also getting what you need. We've developed that for really any industry, but we also have one for specifically senior living, and then one for schools. Both of those are pretty nuanced to industries. So those courses are available, and yeah, I'm excited about them. I think hopefully they'll be helpful.
Awesome. Yes, very, very helpful. And I believe I covered all of the courses that we have live now, plus one that's coming for video. We do have one more course that will be coming out that I haven't talked about yet, and that is a class specifically to help businesses and organizations to get on Facebook Live. So if that is you, where you want to know how to do this effectively, how to just technically get on Facebook Live using a tool or not using a tool, whatever it is that your goal is, we're going to do a little micro course on how to do that. We'll also be making some coaching available to you if that's what you need. So that'll be coming out as well. Anybody else here on the team have a question or comment they'd like to make about the Academy?
I just want to say that once again, the place to access the Academy is bit.ly/StoryTeamAcademy. If you use the code StoryTeam50, you can get 50% off between now and the 31st. And if you want a sticker, if you want an amazing story collaborative sticker that you can put anywhere you want, you can put it on your child's chalkboard, you can put it on your rear view mirror of your car, whatever you want. The sky's the limit. It's bit.ly/story sticker. And we would just be so proud if you would put our sticker on your stuff.
I also want to mention that our Story Team Academy was really born out of a genuine desire to help, to equip your teams to do their job well, to equip your teams to own their own brand story. And so it's something that we're passionate about at a much deeper level than just, hey, we have some courses. We really are passionate about helping you feel well-trained and like you can go out there and champion your own stories and make a difference for your own company. So we're excited.
Thanks, Amy. So Alex, Chad, or whatever your name is, would you like to go ahead and finish up with our Jeopardy game today?
Yes, absolutely. Now I'm going to give the answer to what is this answer is, what is the color red? What is the color red?
Excellent job. Okay, so that wraps it up for our Jeopardy game today. And I would like to remind you that we are here every week at the same time, the same place. Normally, it's not all self-promotional. This was a special week for us because we're launching the Academy. But we normally have some pretty solid marketing answers for you, as well as guests and things like that. So we'll be announcing the next topic coming up soon. Dave, would you like to close us out?
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to check out the Story Team Academy. Also, what's coming next at 1 o'clock is our Thursday workshop. And we're going to actually be answering a really big question at a 1 o'clock workshop today. The way to access that is bit.ly/Story Thursday. It's bit.ly/Story Thursday. We're going to be talking about two things that you can only do right now. There are things happening in our culture and in your organization that if you don't do them now, you'll probably never be able to do them again. So there's a very critical period here in which there's things that the organizations need to be doing. We're going to talk about those two things today at 1 o'clock. You can sign up and get the link to that. There's another prize for that one if you actually show up with your video turned on your Zoom link. So the first person to come in with a Zoom link and a video turned on will get a prize. And that's at bit.ly/Story Thursday, and coming up in just about 20 minutes or so. Thanks for joining us today. And let me just repeat what we said at the beginning of our time today. We are convinced that what you do right now matters for your family. It matters for your company, your nonprofit, your church. It matters for your community. So don't sit on your hands, but get something done that's important. And we'll talk some more about some ways you can do that at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us today.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
See you guys.